Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Fire away.
Well, why don't we? How about if we get a little injury update based on what you know? Right now?
I'll tell you as much as I know. Unfortunately, it's not as much as I thought I'd have by now. Our doc's just in there now reading through some of the films and whatnot, so I'll do the best I can. Yeah.
Anything that's any long-term concern for anyone that you know that went out of the game at all?
Long-term, no. There'll be some guys that I think you're going to have a tier of guys missing days, maybe a guy or two missing potentially a week or two. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Where do Spencer Brown and Doyle fit into that window?
Yeah, I think they're more on the earlier side, on the shorter side of that. Again, best I know right now, Joe. Yeah.
How about Stevenson?
I don't know enough on that one. We'll see.
Harrison Phillips, coach.
Yeah, I think that may be a little bit of time. So we'll just. I'll know more after practice here.
Thank you.
Is it the same knee? Do you know that he injured a couple
I believe
years ago?
it's the one I believe that 2 years ago. Same knee.
And Justin Zimmer, he came out, he went back in the game.
Yeah.
He played a lot. Is he?
Yeah, just normal dings and some of the things that happen through the course of the game.
Sean, how do you think Dion looked coming back yesterday?
Yeah, I thought he did some good things. He played a number of plays, and we had some extended drives there, Heather. So he did some good things, and I think he would tell you too. There's still some work to be done yet, and some of that's around conditioning and just playing himself into shape too. So I think that'll be big this week for us.
Do you expect to have Stefon Diggs back today?
I don't know that we will. I know we won't, in fact. But he's working. He's trending in the right direction here. So we'll just continue to monitor that every day here. And I don't know if we'll have him for this game. My guess is not at this point, but we'll just continue to see how it goes here.
Do you have a plan yet for Josh when it comes to this coming weekend, or still?
Yeah, still early. Yeah, I still have plain brain. So yeah, still working through it. No, I'll have something to you guys next time. Probably we talk. I don't know when that is. Thursday. Yeah. So.
Sean, after you're getting a chance to kind of evaluate the tape, and we talked so much about that pass rush yesterday, you had a couple new pieces in. This is the second time they got a chance to go out there and really get after it in a full game. What were your takeaways? What stood out and impressed you?
I think just the relentlessness of the overall group. One time it was coming from the right side. Next time it was up the middle. Next time it was the left side. Whether it was Greg, AJ, some of the middle push. I think Ed had a couple good downs in there also before we pulled him out early there. So it was consistent right throughout the game, and that's a credit to those guys.
We talked at the beginning of camp about Greg and about he was great in the spring, did some things early in camp, but once the pads come on, the game starts, it's different. How have you seen him respond now in these 2 games?
Overall, well, and not just in rushing the passer, but also in the run game. He continues to grow every day out here on the practice field, and add to his experience, his NFL experience overall, which is important for him.
I think it says about Mitch and about your group that guys really seem to rally around him, and it seems to mean a lot to not just him, but the guys on the team that he played well, even with it just being a preseason game. What did you take some pride in kind of what you built and the culture you fostered, given the way players respond?
Yeah, Matt, I think just overall, I mean, we've got character people here, right? And that's, we talk about ingredients of teams. That's an important ingredient of people of character, and I think you sensed that yesterday with Mitch and other situations also. So it's a good thing, and again, give a lot of credit to Brandon for bringing in people with character.
Spencer Brown got the chance to face some starting line players for the Bears. Just before he got hurt, how did you think he held up?
Yeah, I thought he did well for his second NFL game. Unfortunately got dinged there, so he had to come out. But it was good to see him move over to the right side, play over there. He's played left as well, and I thought that was good for experience for him.
What does it say about Isaiah, the fact that, he muffs that punt, but then, he made such an impact on the offense, but then also the next time he had a chance to, he breaks off that big return.
Yeah, just that we talked about this last night afterwards a little bit, Heather, that just the ability to reset mentally is huge in this game. I mean, it's I know they talk about baseball being, hey, you go 1 for 3 and you had a good night. Well, in football, you're tested a lot throughout the course of a game. And for a player like Isaiah, who plays 2 positions, right, receiver and then special teams with the return game, there's going to be some plays once in a while that you're going to have to reset from, and I thought he showed that yesterday.
Sean, I know before the first preseason game when we talked about just the plan for some of the players versus 4 and 3 this year, and how you may still have to implement some things in practice to evaluate some guys. How does the practice plan change or evolve now this week with you being so much closer to cut day towards the end of August here?
Yeah, today will be generally a pretty light walkthrough just to get the guys moving, but we'll get back Tuesday, and we'll try and acclimate the guys a little bit to a normal in-season schedule. So this is pretty much the last day of camp, I guess you could say, in terms of the way the practices will be shaped. It'll be good to get in a routine a little bit that way, and especially with some of our new players who've never been around us during a regular season flow before. So, we'll just take it one day at a time here and see what the team needs.
Rousseau and Epinesa, both, I think, 9 and 12 snaps respectively, but they seem to make an impact, both of them, in that limited time. Did you see enough from what you wanted to? Is that why they were both maybe dialed back on the snap count? And then B, what about the impact they made in that little bit of time for those 2 guys?
Yeah, we talk about making the most of your opportunities, controlling the controllables. They did that. Always want to get more, but the balance is at what cost, right? So trying to keep the guys healthy. And then we have, obviously, the numbers where we can roll some guys in there and keep fresh bodies in there, which was good for us.
Sean, we know the top 3 of the cornerback group is pretty well established, but where are you on the back end, like Dane, Saran, McLeod, Wild Goose, Cam with us all of that?
Yeah, I want to see Dane play a little bit more than he did yesterday. Got dinged a little bit there, so we'll see what this week holds. I thought some of those other guys did some good things in there. I think Goose played better this game than he did the week before. Nick made a big play right before half there on the interception. So they're improving, and they each play their own kind of their own style of game. Nick's a little bigger, the contribution on special teams is an important part of it too.
I know Cam was mostly a nickel guy last year, but you having him on the boundary a little bit, had him in that game a little bit on the boundary, started in there. So what have you seen from him in his ability to develop his versatility?
Yeah, good player. He's been with us a few years now, so just the intangibles, the toughness, the ability to play more than one position. He's done a good job.
What do you think about the guard competition to this point in camp?
Yeah, I think they've been doing a good job. You watched how our offense moved the ball last night or yesterday, and I thought they were a key component there. What Cody and John and Ike did, and then we brought in Jack after that, I believe it was, and Debbie was in and out of there. So some good things overall on the offensive side yesterday.
What have you seen from John Feliciano with a bit of a different physique in campus?
Yeah, it's sometimes guys go and make decisions and go in the wrong direction. I think that was a good decision in this case, really on his own. He wanted to make a concerted effort to, drop a few pounds and get himself into better shape, maybe be able to move a little bit better. And I think it shows you what type of person he is, what type of pro he is.
2 weeks in a row, Marquez Stevenson makes a big play for you guys. Just from where he came from, the draft pick he was, to be able to step up in those big moments for you, Coach. What does that say about him?
Yeah, impressed with what he did. Obviously the big play with the return game, and he did some good things again at receiver, and 2 games, and he's done, some things that catch your eye and through 2 games. That's a good thing. So.
Sean, I know the injury didn't happen yesterday, but Isaiah Hodgins is something like that thing up in Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Joe, again, it'll be day to day, but I think he's on the earlier end of things, and that we may see him out here this week. But again, I'll know more probably later tonight. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.